So when you're incontinent, you probably heard of a stigma. And that stigma is the diaper stigma. It basically means if you wear diapers and you're older, shouldn't be wearing diapers. People will get nasty and sometimes will say, well, you should be potty trained, you're a grown adult, grow up. The problem is, this stigma doesn't account for conditions that people will have. It just says, you're old, you shouldn't be like this, so therefore, grow up. Conditions exist. People deal with conditions. And sometimes those conditions range from when you're younger all the way up till you're older. Pretty much your whole life, for some people. And some people have gotten this condition because of an accident. Maybe they're in a car accident. Maybe they were in the military and they were in a situation while they were in the military, and that caused an accident for them to be incontinent. Or maybe they just have developed this issue. Whatever the reason of why someone is incontinent, older people deal with incontinence. I'm in my 30s. I deal with incontinence. But people can deal with it from, just past potty training age to all the way up to teenager to 20s to all the way up to old age. It doesn't really matter. People deal with it no matter what the age they're in. And the problem is people keep making fun of people who deal with these conditions and it just never ends. So what is an incontinent person supposed to do when this happens? Well, my suggestion is ignore them and keep promoting it as a normal way of life. Treat it as not a big deal. You just treat it as, well, this is my underwear. This is what I wear. This is what I deal with. The more you do that, the more it becomes normal. The more you keep in the shadows, afraid of talking about it, afraid to say anything about it, the more people are going to make fun of it. The more people are going to continue doing what they do. Diapers is just something I wear now. And for other people who are incontinent, that's how it should be. You shouldn't be afraid to talk about it. You shouldn't worry about whether your diaper is going to crinkle or whatever. I wear this product for the condition I have. And that's it. That's how it should be. You shouldn't be worried your whole life that you're incontinent. I get people are embarrassed. I get it. I totally get it. I used to have bedwetting issues when I was younger. And then that stopped around 13. But I actually had an overactive bladder from 13 on. But I didn't know that until I went to a doctor. And then I started dealing with F&D, which made my body a lot more convulsive. And that ended up causing more problems, which stretched my pelvic floor, therefore causing not only overactive bladder, but also overactive bowel. And it is very hard to deal with. And I would say that if you're a person, it's very hard to deal with. Because it's a lot of pain that I'm dealing with, but also a lot of twitching and convulsing and contorting. It's something I don't wish on anybody, really, even my worst enemy. But I deal with it. And I just wear diapers to deal with it. And I think other people who have similar conditions or similar situations, if they choose to wear diapers to deal with their condition, then that should be their business. But people shouldn't be made fun of. It's just underwear. It's just a condition. You shouldn't live your life being depressed every day because you wear diapers. It's just stupid. It really is. It's stupid to live your whole life worried about it. It's also stupid to live your life avoiding a product that could essentially help you. There's a lot of people that are incontinent, and they want to avoid diapers. And they want to avoid diapers because they worry about how people would think of them wearing diapers. Or it's, I lost my dignity now because I have to wear diapers. It's very stupid to worry about such things in life. Life is short. You get one life and then you're dead. Why should you worry about the fact that at some point the body deteriorates, you get older, you might have to wear diapers when you get older. Or now, you aren't older and you're just having to wear it. This is your life. Why are you worried about it? Why? Why is this a big deal? And the people that are going to make fun of you, they're just ignorant. That's really it. They're just ignorant. And they won't bother to understand you. All they want is just another punching bag, just another thing that they can make fun of. Just another person they can make fun of. And if they were in the exact same situation, then they would want people to be sympathetic to them. For me, dealing with incontinence, hardly anybody really knows I wear adult diapers until I mention it. I'm hardly ever in a situation where my diaper smells, so therefore someone makes a comment. It's just hardly ever a situation I'm in. But maybe you're not in that situation. Maybe there are people that make fun of you all the time. Just don't care about them. Take care of what you need to take care of. Deal with things the way you need to deal with them. Stop worrying about everybody else around you. But just live your life dealing with incontinence the way it's comfortable for you. If you decide to go to the doctor and try to get treatments to get better, and that's great. Go that option. If you decide to wear diapers and just live your life wearing diapers, that's an option. It's whatever you decide to do to deal with the issue is how you deal with the issue. But you shouldn't feel like wearing diapers is the worst option of all time. Because it's really not. It's just underwear. It's just something that you're wearing. And if you learn to accept that, then you don't lose your dignity. You actually gain more dignity in yourself. The problem is people in society treat it as you lose what makes being a mature adult once you start wearing adult diapers. But that's just a thing that we put in our minds, honestly. It's very dumb. And I think once you lose that, once you understand that it's just a product that you're wearing to deal with an issue, as long as you're hygienic and you take good care of yourself, who should really care? And why should you care? But the diaper stigma will continue if you let it continue. Instead of worrying so much about what other people think, be confident in yourself. And the more you do that, the better things will get. I do these videos because I care about other people that are dealing with incontinence and that are embarrassed to talk about it or even look for the products that they need. Instead, they go on the internet and find people like me to help them out. But why do I strictly focus on diapers? Well, because the only reason people who are incontinent get annoyed with people talking about diapers all the time is, for one, they're worried about being looped up into the ABDL community, which I totally get that. Maybe they don't want to be a part of that community. Totally get that. The other is that they're afraid what other people will think about them. Or they're like, well, I don't want to have to wear diapers. Well, you don't. There's plenty of products out there that are geared for light incontinence that you could wear if you have light incontinence. But if you have heavy incontinence, then why ignore a good product out there that's going to help you? That's very stupid. And I think a lot of people who are afraid of wearing diapers are afraid just because they're afraid of what people will think about them. And it's stupid. Just wear the product. Wear it. It's good. It's good. Helps you out. Wear it. Stop making it a big deal. The more you make it a big deal, the more worse it gets for you. And when you go to the hospital, these nurses and doctors just need to stop being all, well, these people, they might feel embarrassed to wear diapers. Well, you keep making them feel embarrassed by stooping down to the level of how they feel at that moment. Okay, maybe they feel that way, but eventually they gotta get over it. They are going to be dealing with incontinence. Possibly for the rest of their life. Or, even if it's not for the rest of their life, it's for a period of time and they gotta wear these products. It helps them. Why not encourage that instead of making them feel bad for wanting to wear a product that's going to help them? It's very stupid. I went to a hospital once. One of the nurses got mad at me for calling it a diaper. They're like, you shouldn't call it a diaper. There's patients in the hospital that will feel embarrassed. You should call it a brief. You should call it this. No, I'm calling it a diaper. I'm calling it what it is. Because I'm not ashamed of it. Other people apparently are. And why? Because we keep a stigma going. We keep promoting that people should feel this way about it. Because it's not normal. It's not how things should be. Well, you know, a lot of conditions aren't normal. Do you think I want F&D? Do you think I wanted to live my life being disabled? No, I didn't. But yet I am. People look at me day to day, probably do not think I don't feel a certain way about my condition. You know, I try to point it out and try to be a beacon of light to people. And I try to say, you know, it's not a big deal. But you know what? Sometimes, some days it is a big deal. Some days it sucks. Some days I'd much rather not have the condition. But I go through life making the best out of what my situation is. So, that means if I wear diapers because of my condition, I wear diapers. If I have to wear a helmet and gloves, combat gloves, to keep me protected from hitting my head when my condition gets crazy, then I do. I just don't worry about what people think about me. I just deal with what I deal with. And it doesn't matter what people think of me. It is what it is. You know? Yeah. Can people be ignorant? Sometimes, yes, they can. People can be ignorant. A lot of people just don't understand conditions they're not in. And I get that. But at the same time, too bad, so sad. Because you may not be in this condition, but you need to be a little bit more sympathetic for people who are. And stop being on your high horse and thinking you're better than other people because you're in the quote-unquote normal situation. The normal situation might be great to be in, but not everybody's in those situations. And person who is in that situation shouldn't feel bad that they are in that situation. They should just be like, this is my life, and I'm going to make the best of it. That's what I'm doing. That's what you should do. Stop living your life being embarrassed that you're incontinent. Use the products that you need. Use them. Whether you have light incontinence or heavy incontinence. If you have light incontinence, wear the underwear. Wear the stuff that's there for you. Even, the Depends and stuff in the aisle. If you want to wear them, use them. And if you're heavy incontinent, then use the diapers. They're there. If you deal with incontinence, just wear the products you wear. Be confident. And stop worrying about everybody else. If that's anything you take away from this video, God bless. Peace out. And I'll see you in the next video.